Oh, 2020, am I right? And 2020's still got some charm left in the bucket. Oh, shit.
I have decided on balance to move the election by 4 weeks to the 17th of October.
We've still got an election to get through. This is what the last one felt like. Currently, every nerve cell in my body is fizzing with anticipation. It took me a lot of personal work to get through that election. To keep my sanity, I need to find a way to peer into the future and divine the election results. How though? Well, the modern world isn't faring so well, so why not try some older, more intuitive techniques? Methods that rely not on the rational world of logic and common sense, but the world of the supernatural. No, I'm not going to summon a demon. Instead, I've researched every single form of divination and soothsaying that ever existed. And that was also on this Wikipedia page. And I've paired 18 of them with their most likely and appropriate political parties. Let's get soothsaying. The New Zealand First Party. It was actually kind of easy to match a prophecy system to New Zealand First. You see, I remember that they once had a candidate that they booted out of the party because he drank his own wheeze on TV. Now, there is a historical medical practice called uroscopy. But whose urine would you have to peer into to observe the future of New Zealand First? Who indeed? The only wheeze I had was my own, but if I concentrated hard enough, I might be able to infuse my dribbles with the magical life essence of Mr. New Zealand First. Oh, wants to let me in. Okay, that's my urine. Obviously, it's a conduit for Winston Peters. It does look quite yellow. I don't know if it should be that yellow. Ooh, kind of yellow, sickly yellow, kind of almost ghoulish. It's clear, so it means it's clear that maybe they're not going to fare that well. Maybe this is they're running out of time. But ultimately, I don't think this is faring very well for New Zealand First at this year's election. Warm though. The New Zealand Labour Party. So let's focus on the Prime Minister as the strongest psychic tentpole the Labour Party has. Ardern grew up in a Mormon family. The creator of Mormonism, Joseph Smith, was well into soothsaying. He used something called seer stones. Apparently Joseph Smith would put his stone into a hat and then he'd put his face into the hat, obscuring all light until revelations were forthcoming. So, I guess I've got to find me a stone. It's got to be a stone that speaks to me. Oh, here we go. What's this? Oh, come on. Come on, you bugger. Come on. Oh shit, why am I doing this? Oh, beautiful. That's what I want. Stone goes in the hat and my face goes into the hat. It's actually sort of just becoming harder to breathe in here actually. I wonder if that was half the thing. Now I'm actually seeing a face in the stone. It's got flared nostrils and a toothy grin. Now I'm seeing a pizza. A pizza. Pizza's what you have when you are celebrating something. Face that I saw is Jacinda's face. She's happy because Labour has managed to govern New Zealand alone. They're going, great, pizza, yay. This is great, man. Labour's doing really well. That is what the seer stone has told me. That is what I think is in the future for Labour. The New Zealand Tea Party. Just Googling how to read tea leaves now. Put the tea leaves in. Carefully invert the cup. Oh shit. Okay, this is interesting when I tilt it this way. So it looks like a big C, the kind of way it's smeared up against the side of the cup. Looks like tyre tracks. So maybe the tea party is going to be all at C for the C. So you're going to be at C and everyone else is going to run over them. And lest you think I'm being cute, it literally says on the website that they want everyone to sit around a table and drink tea. The New Zealand National Party. Now the most famous photo of Judith Collins is that of her sporting a piece. The ancient equivalent of a gun is a bow and arrow, and using bow and arrows to predict the future is called balliomancy. Okay, ready? Oh my god! Oh shit.
Is it operator error?
What if I put like something like paint on it or something?
That's a good idea.
But I might put paint on the floor.
Yeah, probably will.
Oh. Is there something that won't destroy the floor? I don't really think about this.
Why don't you put in the tea?
Oh, that's a great idea. Ancestors Tell me, how will National fare in this election? Okay, oh God. Oh, that was such a bad idea. It successfully left an imprint and it landed on 23%. So National, going by this, they won't have enough to rule in Parliament. So there you have it. The Green Party of Aotearoa, New Zealand. What better method to use for the Greens than palmistry? Well, mainly it's because I could find pictures of the co-leaders with their hands upright, but, you know, whatever. So her lifeline, it's actually like 2. So maybe that symbolises her personal life and then her political life. They appear to be quite unbroken. That indicates to me at least that she's going to be in Parliament and politics for a long time to come. Okay, so this is James Shaw's hand. You can see that David Parker's just looking at it as intently as we are. His fate line is going straight into the stratosphere. Like it's just... And then his lifeline, good strong lifeline. Yeah, well, I'm going to say that he's going to be in politics for some time, like his co-leader. That would suggest to me that the Greens are going to be in Parliament. Maybe I'll just send them a note and say, by the way, did you know that actually it looks pretty good for you? The Māori Party. Again, this is a party with a high-profile leader, or co-leader in this case. When he was back in the Labour Party, Helen Clark tried to fob off an interview he'd done with the magazine, an interview where he said that women were front bums, by saying that he'd been on a liquid lunch. Turns out there's a form of divination called enomancy. Bless the gods. What does that look like? A heart? Do you think it looks like a heart?
If you turn it around the other way.
Oh, yes. It's the heart. What is a heart? Well, it sort of, keeps the blood circulating. This is really about John Tamahili. He's a known face. He's got the profile. Maybe he's pumping new blood. He's invigorating the party, maybe. What are these? Maybe they're the votes. 1 splotch, 2 splotch, 3 splotch, 4 splotch. What I think it's saying is Māori Party are only going to get 4% of the vote. How many parties have we got left?
9.
Ah, really?
Yeah.
God, I thought we were almost done.
No.
Oh, okay, fine. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Gotta do it fast. Go fast. Act New Zealand. Okay, so remember that video David Seymour made in the Rose Gardens?
Now here's the thing.
She loves me. She loves me not. She loves me. She loves me not. She loves me. Act. You're in Parliament. The Heartland New Zealand Party. Pro-environment, will set national water quality standards, yet think the Zero Carbon Act goes too far. The Port Waikato candidate says he likes old things.
The only room that I'm really allowed to deck up with old things.
Scarpiomancy is the technique of using old shoes to divine the nature of their wearer. Now this is the only photo I can find of Mark Bell wearing old shoes. There's some boots. They look like good boots. Boots you just slip on every day. You dag some sheep, castrate some cattle. I bet you anything you like. They've got a steel cap. Strong up front and flexible behind. Like they might come off when you least expect them to. So that means the Heartland New Zealand Party will not enter into Parliament at the next election. It's the Outdoors Party. The Outdoors Party touts itself as the party for hunters, trampers and outdoor percussionists. It's got to be haruspicy, the art of reading the future in animal entrails. Oh God, it feels awful. Oh, look at that. Ugh. These aren't the freshest hearts, to be honest. So I think if we take the heart as the body, it gets quite sinewy towards the bottom. And it sort of looks a bit tacky. So that's sort of like the legs. Got tacky legs. You're probably not going to be able to run very far or travel very far. Probably you won't make 5% of the vote. I think that's clear as day. The Advanced New Zealand Party. Jamie Lee Ross, New Zealand Public Party, COVID-19 conspiracy theories, anti-5G, anti-1080. And wants to protect New Zealand from space vehicles and subterranean devices. I'm just going to do some numerology. Need to add the birth month number. So the idea was first unveiled in a newsletter from Jamie Lee Ross in April 2020. 4. So it achieved registration with the Electoral Commission on the 6th of August. 684. 684 is 4... 18. It's 18. No, hang on. How do you get... So we've worked out The Advance Party's life path number, the life path number is 9. Okay, so those born on the 9 life path have a great potential for creative thinking. That's clearly what Billy Te Kaiakatha does. You have a tendency to waste your time, energy, opportunities and resources on unimportant matters.
And I've paired 18 of them with their most likely and appropriate political parties.
I'm choosing this to mean that as long as they involve themselves in conspiracy theories, they will never get into Parliament. Boom! The One Party. Christian fundamentalists. They oppose abortion, euthanasia. They're also anti-fluoride. Got to use a Bible code. Bible code for everyone. If we put in One Party, anthrax, Barack, economy, nuclear, Obama, plague. It's led by Edward Shanley, so I'm going to put Edward into the Bible code. Anthrax, Barack, Obama, plague. Just seems to be bringing up the same stuff about anthrax and Barack Obama. I guess that means that they're not going to be in Parliament.
Should have paid more attention in chapel.
I really should have. The Opportunities Party. Universal basic income. They want to eliminate all fossil fuel use. And their former leader wanted to eliminate all the cats from New Zealand. Turns out there is a form of prophecy involving cats, where you basically watch cats and you try and pull meaning from their behaviour. So I don't own a cat, but I have found a live webcam at a cat rescue house that I can use. The cats are doing nothing, so I guess that means Top is not going to do anything in the election. How long is this video now? The Sustainable New Zealand Party. It seems like there's a method where you predict the future from stuff you just find in the middle of the road. The Sustainable New Zealand Party uses roads. And I'm walking along the road and seeing what I can find. The first thing I find I'm going to pick up. I guess Chupa Chups are sweet. No. Chupa Chups are sweet. The sweet taste of success. They'll get 5%, but because it's got little bits in detritus here from the road, they're going to have to make some dirty deals. The New Zealand Democratic Party for Social Credit. They propose a basic guaranteed income for everyone. Wrestling prophecy from folded paper, particularly paper money, is called a papyromancy. You have to get your paper money and you have to crease it all up. And then from all the creases that are left, you divine the future, much like we did with the tea leaves and the wine and whatnot. It's paper money. It's really hard to crease up. It just bounces back into shape. There's quite a major crease through the penguin, through the eye of the penguin. Oh, and there's 2 creases framing Edward Hillary. So I guess that means that the New Zealand Democratic Party for Social Credit's going to climb the mountain of the election and get into Parliament. So there you go. The New Zealand Democratic Party for Social Credit's going to get into Parliament. Vision New Zealand. Another Christian fundamentalist party. This one is headed by Hannah Tamaki. I'm just going to use the Bible code software again. Okay, so I'm putting Hannah for Hannah Tamaki into the Bible code software. Ooh, got any hits? I think we do. I've got some hits for Brian, as in Brian Tamaki. For a fire is kindled in mine anger, and shall burn into the lowest hell, and shall consume the earth with her increase, and set on fire the foundations of the mountains. I'm going to take that as a no, they're not going to get into Parliament. The New Conservative Party. Their logo has stars in it, so astrology. Colin Craig started the party, so I think it's only fair that we do his stars. So the 10th house, which aligns to Capricorn, is about career, status, reputation. Obviously, Colin Craig is all about his reputation.
Why don't you look up today's horoscope?
So I'm going to look up today's horoscope. It's just like you to lend a friend your favourite pen. You don't have to turn into a miser, but you should make sure you don't let anyone walk away with something that belongs to you. What can that possibly tell us about the future of the New Conservative Party? Don't let people walk away with something that belongs to you. They're new conservatives, they're new on the block, they're naive. By trusting too many people, too many of the wrong people, they're going to be led down the garden path, and they're not going to make it to Parliament in this election. Yeah. The Aotearoa Legalise Cannabis Party. They want to legalise cannabis. That's it. Reading the future from smoke is called Divination. We don't actually have any weed to burn, so I'm just going to use some rubbed oregano. Okay, starting to get some smoke. Should I put like some meth on it or something? No? Here we go, here we go. Okay, so we're starting to get very wafty smoke coming off the oregano. I think that's what I'm getting from it. I think I'm getting that it's erratic. Maybe it means the legalised marijuana party's not going to get into parliament because the smoke is telling me that it's too erratic. Oh, God. Do I put water on it? I don't know if I put water in it. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. We now have a massive data set to draw on, and in doing so, we can reveal what Parliament will look like after the 2020 election. And here it is. It's pretty much what we have now.